Brian Harpole. Brian, are you trying to sue Candace, or are you trying to help her? She might be feeling a little helped, if you ask me. Let's get into it.
Nikki in the building, baby. Nikki in the building, baby. In Cahoots podcast. Yeah. I keep God first, that's real. True crime on the table, facts on steel. If that's sagacious, I chase that trail. If the story don't add up, I set it straight, no fail. I spot fake tears, I spot lies. Sketchy little moves, I see through the disguise. I'm fair, I'm funny, I bring that light. I call you out, then I'll still be polite.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Cahoots podcast. My name is Nikki. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, the share, comments, turn on your post notifications. Also, make sure you hit the join button to become a member and hype the video, please. That helps me out tremendously. So, apparently, Brian Harpole decided to sue Candace. There are a lot of different opinions on this, obviously. However, the way that Uncle Baron broke down that lawsuit, for some reason, is giving me the feeling that he is trying to tell us something. One thing about TPUSA and friends, I mean, they may do some stupid things, but I don't really think they're that dumb. This organization and those a part of it, they have a gang of lawyers. And this is just my opinion, but I just feel as though there is no way that they are not almost demanding Brian to drop this lawsuit. I mean, why do you think no one else has just outright sued Candace? Okay, cease and desist, that's cute. But a whole lawsuit, knowing that Candace she's been itching for this. Itching for discovery. Something is telling me that they have to be on that man's case to drop that lawsuit. We're going to get into a few clips today. We're going to start off with Uncle Baron. I love that they're friends. Like, what great friends to have just within the two of them. For them to be friends, what just a powerful dynamic. I love it for them. But let's get into some of these clips.
Then we learned today Mikey McCoy is reaching out to Candace Owens and saying you should check in on Andrew Kolvet. Can you imagine the day Andrew Kolvet's having? Now can you imagine the day the rest of TPUSA is having? Because as of this paragraph right here, there's some other paragraphs that this becomes an issue too, but as of this paragraph, we can do a little discovery. Obviously, relevant to whether or not Candace defamed Brian Harpole are now Dan Flood's conversations with Chief Long. And if we want to know what he discussed with Chief Long, we probably need to see Dan Flood's conversations with Charlie, Erika, Mikey, the rest of TPUSA. I've got a long list of things I would want if I am leading the discovery charge.
There is absolutely a long list. This lawsuit is mind-boggling because it's just like, here you go. Let me give you the answers to all of your questions, all of your suspicions. And let me give it to you on a gold platter. You're welcome. That's what I feel like Brian Harpole is saying to Candace. You're welcome. Mikey McCoy and Brian Harpole, they kind of just disappeared in a sense. I mean, obviously not completely, but you just didn't hear from them really. And for Brian to come out with this lawsuit with all these unnecessary things, and Uncle B was right. All really he had to say is, okay, I'm suing for defamation. She accused me of this, yada, yada, yada. That's it. No, but 69 pages of things that he knows, turning points attorneys know. They know that with the whole discovery process, Candace can question things and actually get the answers that she's been looking for. It's just so odd to me. It just feels like it's intentional. Like, yeah, here you go. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to get you the truth but to sue you. Brian is just saying, you know what, let's put a lawsuit in front of it so that technically everybody does have to answer a question or 2 or 3 or 7 hours worth. Baron does not think that that is the case at all. He does not think that Brian is doing this to help the situation. And I can understand why he feels that way. I could be completely wrong. I'm not trying to say that that's exactly what Brian is doing. But boy, does it kind of feel like it to me. And I've said this before in another video. You know, sometimes there are good people that really want to know the truth, and they're truth seekers. And a lot of times truth seekers tend to gravitate toward other truth seekers. If something nefarious happened, if something is being covered up and obviously lied about, sometimes for certain people, they can't just sit back and watch that. Even if they didn't have anything to necessarily do with it, if you have a conscience, that's going to weigh on you just knowing it. So yeah, I mean, if something bad did happen and he maybe found out about it later, maybe he could have found out the truth later, you know, it could sit on him. It could sit on his heart. And especially, you know, he claims that, you know, he's a man of God. And okay, so if that's true, you're going to feel that. If you find out information that something detrimental happened within a company that you work for or worked for, whatever the case may be, and you're truly a good person, you're not going to be able to sit on that information. It's going to eat you alive. TPUSA, you know, Erika, they have to be beating down this man's door like, please pull that lawsuit. Don't do it. Don't do it. What is this? You know, if something was really going on, don't you think that Erika, Andrew, and the gang, that they would kind of look at him as a traitor? Because it's like, okay, well, maybe he didn't understand discovery. So let me go talk to Brian and tell him like, hey, I don't think it's a good idea you go through with this lawsuit. I think it's gonna cause more damage than anything. And if he's just like, no, absolutely not, no, this is what I feel I need to do and I'm doing it, I can see them getting upset and maybe even thinking that, you know, he's a traitor. This is interesting.
But the other is Rule 26. That's the federal discovery rule. And in Rule 26, Section B1, we get the standard, the scope. The scope is very broad. It's basically anything you want that you think might be somewhat relevant at all. You get a look at. You get subpoena power. So all these questions, because this is such a broad lawsuit, basically what he's saying is Candace is accusing me of being involved at any level, involved in discussions in the days leading up to Charlie Kirk's demise. Well, okay, let's see every discussion TPUSA had for, let's say, 30 days leading up to Charlie Kirk's death of September 9th, September 10th. I want all 30 days. I want to go back to mid-August, early August. Brian, when he was being Big Bad Brian on the Sean Ryan show, liked to go out there and he liked to say, oh, yeah, we plan early and often. That's my theory as Brian Harpole. We like to really plan. We get ahead of time. There's all these apps. I want to see the apps. All this communication. I want to see the communication. Oh, we got schematics and drawings. We talked to the police. We'd like copies of all that, please. You're accusing me of lying, saying you were involved? I want to see. Were you involved? Because truth is a defense. And so I get to see it all, every bit of it. And it's broader than that. We'll get into that. It's much broader than that. You guys have no idea how broad this discovery is. He is really screwed up. TPUSA screwed up. And whoever the outsider was who convinced Brian Harpole to file this, that person screwed up.
Oh, but Uncle Baron, what if he didn't? What if he did not screw up? What if this was the plan? But yeah, Baron is not buying that, though. Baron does not at all think that this is something that he's doing to help him. Which, I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from. we never know. We never know. I'm just stating my opinion. And this just seems so weird. So weird. I mean, don't you think Erika would have really sued her a long time ago if she wasn't worried about anything? Andrew, if they weren't worried about anything, she would have dropped a few lawsuits. The president told her to drop lawsuits. They have to be calling Brian like back to back, like, oh gosh, please take it away, make it stop, pull the lawsuit.
I think this line right here is what this whole lawsuit's about. To avoid any uncertainty, Brian Harpole has never been to Fort Huachuca, not ever. I think he wanted to say that publicly. I think he wanted to say it in a way where people thought he was serious. And my guess is, my opinion, allegedly, is he wanted that to be enough. He didn't want to put this to a jury. This whole lawsuit is written as if he's trying to get it dismissed. Either that or I question the legal strategy. I mean, it's one of those two. The whole lawsuit is written as if he's trying to get it dismissed. Like, there's so many what I see as fatal errors where they would have a tremendously difficult time surviving a motion to dismiss and an even more difficult time surviving a motion for summary judgment. But if he can put this line, Brian Harpole has never been to Fort Huachuca, not ever, if he can put that definitive statement out there in public, never have to prove it because the case gets dismissed or the case gets defeated on summary judgment and they never have to go to trial and you don't get all this discovery. And then he gets to walk away and say, I already said I wasn't there. I will give him credit. This is more than anyone else has said. This is more than Erika Kirk has said.
Yeah. See, Uncle B, what happened with Erika Reginae Pinocchio Kirk is she just tried her best to downplay it as much as she could. She said, I never been in a fort. I wasn't in a fort. I wasn't building forts in my living room. She knew what they were talking about. With what Uncle Baron just said, he thinks that Brian is trying to get the case dismissed while also, publicly saying that he's never been to Fort Huachuca ever. What would be the point of everything else in this lawsuit? Everything else that really wasn't necessary to be mentioned in this lawsuit. I'm telling you, to me personally, and this is just me, you can disagree with me, that's fine. I feel like he's giving Candace the opportunity to question everything. Brian could have just come out and said, I've never been to that base. Case closed. Don't ask me again. Don't at me. He's not even on social media like that. But it just seems like he's just like handing the plate over. Like, here you go. Almost as if he's reminding them what to ask about. Specific things that they're going to say Candace is lying about, which allows her the opportunity to actually question and get real answers. It's almost like he's hey, don't forget this and don't forget about that. That's just what it feels like to me personally. Now, for those that do not buy the whole Brian Harpole is secretly trying to help Candace Owens, that's completely valid. That's reasonable too. And I know that a lot of people also notice a few things about the legal team behind this lawsuit. For instance, last night, Colin from Project Constitution, he put out a post that Candace did end up responding to, saying, wow, I didn't know that. It says, bombshell, same law firm Harpole uses against Candace employs Ben Shapiro's brother-in-law and is owned by Trump DOJ insider. The rabbit hole just got a lot deeper. If you were wondering why Brian Harpole's lawsuit against Candace Owens felt like a coordinated strike, the legal family tree behind it tells the whole story. You guys can go on Project Constitution's page and read through it. Like I said, I did see Candace comment on this. And, I mean, that's kind of creepy. It's creepy that Ben Shapiro, Donald Trump's DOJ, the very people who are very much after Candace Owens would be involved with the legal team behind this. That is creepy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to sit back, wait, watch, get your popcorn, whatever you got to do. But I don't know. The last 24 hours have been pretty alarming, I should say. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Please don't forget to hype the video. That helps me tremendously. Hit the subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Turn on your post notifications so that you know every time there is a new video out. And don't forget to click the join button and become a member. Until next time, guys, this has been In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki. Bye.